Hello, this is Susan Vandenberg. Thank you so much for tuning in today. And guess who we have? We have Angeline Benjamin joining us today on our show. Let's check her out and see how she's making a difference in society. Hello, Angeline.
Hi, Susan. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How's it going over there in Arizona?
Oh, very good. Nice. As you know, I live in Arizona, and this is actually the start of the fall, which is so nice. It started to cool down, but then it's so sunny. So in Arizona, actually, a lot more people are out now than the summer. So people just like to be outdoor now.
Oh, because it's not so hot anymore.
Yeah, not so hot and very pleasant. Yeah, so.
Yep. Well, it's been a while since I've been. I visited Phoenix or Scottsdale, but yes, I like the fall weather.
Yeah, the fall is excellent in Arizona.
Yes. Well, I'm so glad you were able to make time for our show. I know we've been trying to schedule you, but you were so busy.
My pressures, and usually Sunday I'm the type of person that I'm working in progress here. That I like to have more a balanced life.
Yes.
So in the weekend, I like to spend time with my husband. And then also in the fall, just do things outdoors, like we were working in the garden, fix some of the garden and stuff because it's so nice outside.
I know. And it's important to have that balance,
Yeah.
And I understand as you work with business owners and you're trying to help them create balance and success at the same time.
Yes.
So what challenges have you seen that most of these business owners face when they start working with you?
It's that I think they have too many lists that they want to do, and everything to them is important because it's very difficult for them to choose which one that I have to focus first, because so many of them in their mind are equally important. And that's true, including myself. So we just have to kind of discipline ourselves to prioritize which one that you need to complete first. Because once you do that, then you're able to complete all of them. But if we're trying to do all of them at once, then you're just so overwhelmed, nothing get done. And because all of them you want to just do this, but then nothing can get done correctly or right. And then you have to redo it all over again. And before you know it, you spend so much time doing that. And so, and then another one, we just have to have a discipline to tell ourselves there is a time for me that I have to do, because we have to feed ourselves, like somebody said, feed our soul, because if we don't feed ourselves, how can we grow? Just like anything else, like a plant, right? You don't feed them, and then they can't grow. So we have to feed ourselves in order for us to grow.
Yes.
We can't just give, because then what happens? Then, just like a plant, you lose your leaves, you lose everything because you don't have the food. And
your hair.
Yes, get overwhelmed. So we have to feed ourselves, to grow. And that's one of them. It's like personal development. It's one of them. I truly believe we constantly have to grow ourselves through personal development. And one thing I just want to mention that is that so many of the successful businessmen or businesswomen, if you interview them, I'm sure, Susan, you have interviewed many of them, they will tell you that is personal development is one thing they focus on constantly, because we evolve, we change, the world change. So we have to learn certain things from them, and that is personal development. We have to constantly learn and feed ourselves to make sure that we grow.
Okay, so if I'm a plant, I'm coming to you. What's your first step in rescuing me or saving me?
I like to ask a lot of questions first because I don't know them. So
Right.
I truly believe everybody is different, right? The
Mm-hmm.
different personality, different goal, what they feel comfortable with, what they're willing to do, honestly. So
Mm-hmm.
by getting to know them through their personality, and also I use a gauge or a guideline called Strength Finder. I don't know if you heard about that. It's by Gallup, Strength Finder. It's
Uh-huh.
not my own program, but I learned that through my corporate world. That was one of the very, very good tool because it helped you to understand about you, what is your natural strength, your top five. And
Right.
everybody have all this strength, but you particularly, what is the one that you are strong at? So I truly believe that if you use your
Uh-huh.
own strength to achieve your goal, then you can achieve it a lot easier and a lot more productive. So then
Right.
you're happy about it. Oh gosh, this is not as difficult as I thought. And once you're able to do that, then you feel more confidence. Then the next project, whatever it is that this is how you need to do that, and you
Mm-hmm.
can achieve that a lot easier, a lot less time, in other words. And everybody has different strength, and I feel, and depends upon that 32 strength, which one your top five. And
Mm-hmm.
I learned that actually from the corporate, when the VP decided, they want to find out about that, like what's your strength. So then the supervisor can assign the project they're good at
Mm-hmm.
first to create more
Yes.
confidence, and it works. And it helped the supervisor also felt knowing that the project get done efficiently
Right.
because of having to know their natural, we call it talent.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I use that as far as finding out from my client, what their natural strength first.
So how do your clients find you currently?
um Believe it or not, the best way for people to find me is through referral. And
Ah,
I
wow.
think that is one of the most uh, gratification that I receive when somebody refer me,
Mm-hmm.
because to me that's more genuine than finding me somewhere else, you
Right.
know. And
Well, hopefully they find you on the show.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, referral, right? They see you somewhere
Right.
else. So that's why
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate referral the best. It's the
Yes.
best how people can find me.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I really appreciate, Susan, for you to
Oh,
uh, interview me and for you
well,
to take the time to talk to me.
of course. You're more than deserving because, you do a lot for the community.
Oh,
And I want to showcase business owners who are actually doing a lot. I mean, not just a lot, but making a difference in society today.
thank
And
you.
that is well deserving of recognition, you
Oh,
know,
thank you. Thank
and
you so
definitely deserving to have clients who need
much.
your
Mhm.
type of expertise.
Oh, thank
So
you.
I'm
Yes.
I'm so happy that you're on my show. Well,
Thank
not
you.
just my show, it's
Yeah.
Talk to Susan show. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm
Hmm.
delighted to be invited because I know
Thank
you're very, very busy,
Yeah.
and even do this on Sunday. I said, oh my gosh,
We're committed. What else could I do on a Sunday?
yeah,
Yeah, it's not a problem. So,
yeah. I was, in fact,
not a
this
problem.
morning, my husband and I, we were working in the garden,
Hmm.
went to the nursery, get some more plant something, and then,
Uh-huh.
then I look at the clock. Oh, I need to get
It's
ready.
Susan time,
Just got home, so
right?
went to the nursery, had have a great time in the nursery, looking around
Hmm.
what to plant,
Yep,
because this is a good time in the Arizona to plant
yeah,
something because of
that's
the weather.
neat. Um, so When clients work with you, I'm just curious, what
Mhm.
time frame would they see some kind of result when they first
For
start
them to
working with
get
you?
the results.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
Um, just to be honest with you, it depends upon the client willingness to be open.
Right.
Sometimes it's
Makes sense.
they're not willing to open, so I have to kind of be patient with them, you know, for them to
Uh-huh.
gain trust with me first.
I can picture you like with a prying, like a wrench with a
Because
shell and
yes,
prying open
yes,
a
and,
shell.
and I have to tell myself, be patient.
Oh,
They're
I
not
know.
you, okay? And I know patience is not one of my strength,
Mm.
okay?
Oh. Mhm.
But I learn as we evolve. There are some people are just need that you have to spend more time to get to know
Yes.
them because they are not easily to open themselves, and that
Right.
is just maybe their personality, or
Mm-hmm.
perhaps it's because of their background, what they have gone through in the past
Right.
that help that um, not letting them to be open. So I have to kind of like listen, have my listening skill
Mm-hmm.
sharpen, to sharpen my listening skill, to be patient and to listen to them first and maybe longer than normal,
Right.
because maybe they're not just as confident or to be open.
Mm-hmm.
And just want to let you know, I am a coach, so I am not a therapist. So
I was just
sometimes
about to ask you that.
I will tell them, I said, I'm not a therapist. So
But
because
you have
of that,
doctor in front
certain
of your
things
name.
that I cannot help you, because you need to be with a licensed therapy.
Oh
But I
yeah.
am more a coach that would drive you,
Mm-hmm.
having you a discipline to reach and achieve the goal that you always wanted to have. Or
Yes.
sometimes you don't even know what your goal is until I ask a lot of these questions.
Mm-hmm.
All of a sudden it clicks in their mind. Oh gosh, I always want to do this, but
Mm-hmm.
they were afraid to say it or admit it because so many of people surround them, intimidate them and says, oh
Right.
no, that is too difficult, or
Mm-hmm.
so many people have done this, so why you have to do this, so it just too many people are doing it,
I know. And
or
that's why people need a coach.
right. And then also another one, they said that you're not going to make money doing that. Is that, I mean, I'm sure you heard about that, right, Susan? So that, yeah, that's what I mean. Like people will say,
I'm
well,
I
you're not
hear
gonna
you.
make much money doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So that is sometimes people get discouraged.
I know. And it's very difficult when you're only seeing them maybe once or twice a month or whatever your program is. Well, I mean, they see you, they get like their action list together, right? And
Hmm.
then they don't see you again for until you're supposed to meet them again.
Hmm.
And then it's unfortunate because some people are surrounding themselves with the wrong people,
Hmm.
like people who are not entrepreneurs, people who have a different mindset. And then they
Yeah,
come back to you and it's like, now you have to cure them again.
yeah. Oh,
I was like,
okay.
hey,
Yeah.
the doctor name in front of your name. So, doctor title is like,
Oh, yeah. I just want to,
probably say Dr. Angeline.
yeah, I want to make sure that doctor, my title, it is not an educational title. That
Yeah.
I want to clarify. The title that I get is because of
Mm-hmm.
my humanitarian
Yes.
effort that I have done and served to the
Mm-hmm.
community.
Right.
And I am so honored to receive that title, is because
Mm-hmm.
it's the hard work that I have done to help the community. It's nothing
Right.
to do with the educational effort
Mm-hmm.
that I have completed. And you have to, and I was nominated. So in other words, it's usually you're nominated by somebody because of your effort and what you have served to the
Right.
community.
Mm-hmm. And that's very important too. You know, you're on the board of directors for at least two nonprofits that I know of.
Yes, yes,
One of
yeah,
which is American Society of Community Benefits.
yes, yes, which is the
And
one that you're
mhm,
chair, and
yes, and we're
then
both doing something together for Giving Tuesday this year. And
yeah,
you've already, you know, you were one of the first ones to step up and say, I'm going to donate to, you know, to the event. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. You know,
thank you.
um, yeah. So thank you very much for your support with the nonprofit.
Mhm.
Um, you know, I'm just curious when people come to you, right? They say, fix me, Dr. Angeline. I need help.
Okay.
And it's like, okay, I can fix certain things, right?
Mhm.
It's not like would you say, could you fix mindset, or is that something it doesn't, it would take more time than just like, you can't just fix it. You actually have to develop it.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that you asked that because a lot of time people said fix me is actually they know what needs fixing, but they're afraid. You know, they would
Yes.
prefer to have somebody tell them.
Yep.
And because then it's not something like self-serving. And so basically they need confirmation a lot of time.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Confirmation that to increase their confidence
Of
because
course.
and I just want to give you an example that I helped a gentleman. Actually, the mother was the one that was very frustrated, and
Mm-hmm.
then the mother was a friend of mine, so I received this through referral.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, what happened, he's a very very intelligent person, but could not keep the job.
Right.
And then later on, to make the long story short, what happened, the job that he did, finally he admitted it was just to please his parents.
Of course.
Because
Mm-hmm.
because he lives with his parents. He
Yep.
felt that his parents supported him, so therefore he has to do what please his parents.
Mm-hmm.
Once we talked and he was able to open up and use the strength finder, and I have him did the exercise, and then later on I actually had to interview with the parents were shocked, and they said that is not what our intention.
Mm-hmm.
It's that communication. You heard
Right.
about that, right?
Of course.
Communication. So
Mm-hmm.
finally, we just have to help them communicate with each other and to see what is in their heart. And then once they're able to do that,
Yep.
and all I did to just ask question, and he had all the answer that what he
Mm-hmm.
wanted, but he was too
Right.
afraid, too afraid to express that because he thinks he would disappoint his parents.
Right.
And what he was able to do that, he found a job and was
Mm-hmm.
able to keep the job. And to me, that is very, very fulfilling to me, knowing that somebody, and I did not do anything miracle or anything that is not anybody can um, do it. It's
Uh-huh.
more asking questions and asking them why you do this. Well, finally he said, because it's the right thing to do. You know how
Right.
many times, Susan, you heard that, right? People want to do something because it's the right.
Mm-hmm. Right. Of course. Well, that's
If
called
they feel
ethics.
ashamed that they don't do that,
I
and
know.
whatever it is. And so we have to have confidence knowing that this is come from our heart, not just our
Mm-hmm.
brain. Even me, I do have a tendency to use here first and then heart, but we
Right.
have to balance both
Mm-hmm.
to do that. And I learned that through personal development. That is because of my personality. I'm a scientist. Um,
Mm-hmm.
my background, my educational is microbiology. Because of
Wow.
that, my head, my thinking is always science,
Right.
and very
Mm-hmm.
technical. And so I have to learn to use my heart to communicate.
Right. And I know you are an action person. You get it done.
Yes, and
I've seen you take action and be in action. So yes, I've seen
well,
you
thank you so much. Yes,
make sure things get done.
yeah.
I want to know. I mean, out of all the clients you've worked with, what would you say it was the biggest breakthrough or accomplishment that you've seen somebody, perform or achieve?
I seen one person that, including myself, that
Mm-hmm.
they realize they're actually a good writer. They can write a book,
Wow.
and because they always want to do that, but
Mm-hmm.
they felt they're not good enough, and so they
Yep.
can break that barrier, and so I can write a book. But also another one that to me is be a
Mm-hmm.
that
Speaker.
yeah, how many
Mm-hmm.
of us, including myself, that trying to speak in front of the audience and you
Yep.
froze, right?
Uh,
And
well.
nothing come up from your mouth. And so that is something to me when somebody they think they are very shy
Mm-hmm.
and they can't talk in front of the public, and then
Hmm.
we help them, and before you know it they become a very effective speaker. And to me, that is such a big accomplishment that when somebody can do that and
Yep.
says, now I can express, my
Mm-hmm.
stuff in front of the public and then actually help my
Mm-hmm.
audience to share my knowledge or my message, what I want to send a message to my audience. And to
Mm-hmm.
me,
Yep.
that's very powerful when somebody can do that.
Right. That's pretty amazing, I mean, I heard that public speaking is one of the top fears that
Yeah,
people have.
including myself when I was doing
Uh-oh.
my thesis. Yeah, when I was ready, and then
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden, that nothing come out,
Oh
nothing come out.
no.
My mouth couldn't open and
That'd
say
be
something.
embarrassing.
Yeah, and so thank goodness with my advisor,
Yep.
he knows all the professor, and he said just give her, a few minutes, and then I said
Mm-hmm.
okay. I said no, I can't do this today, and then tomorrow I can do it,
Yes, you
and then
can.
yeah, he coached me actually, and then he, actually let me to do it the next day. But I was
Yep.
practicing, and then he gave me some tips about. Remember, all these audience in front of you, they have no idea about the
Exactly.
answer and the about the answer, what you're going to give
Mm-hmm.
them, and all those things. That's why they ask the questions, and you're
Yep.
the expert, and so
Exactly.
don't worry about it. And so once I was coached and practiced all day long in front of
Yep.
the mirror, in front of him, he drilled me. Then something came out from my mouth, but I was still nervous. And this is what I didn't realize. Then the audience, those professors in front of me, once they opened their mouth and they talked to me, they
Mm-hmm.
were just very kind. Actually, they helped me.
Yes.
Before I know it, that I was able to talk to them and answer questions. And I said to myself, wow, you're so nice. So what happened? Sometimes I think we created our own fear.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yep. That
we
happens.
thought they're just going to ask questions that we don't know, we don't have the answer, and we're going to be embarrassed. But what happened? Just the opposite. They help you to talk more because they know, they respect you, that you have the knowledge. And here you already assume they're going to attack you.
Oh,
So that's something, sometimes we do that, right? We
yes.
assume that we assume an audience is going to embarrass you, the audience is going to attack you, the audience is going to ridicule you. So then
Yeah.
that's why we have that fear. But if we already have this confidence, no, the audience is going to help you, the
Mm-hmm.
audience is going to listen to you, then that fear goes away.
Right. That's interesting. I've seen you speak before, and you're a good speaker.
Oh, thank
But
you
you
so
said, "Oh,
much.
I was so nervous." I'm like, "No, I couldn't
Yeah.
tell."
And you know what? Somebody told me that he said
Mm-hmm.
that if you don't feel nervous, it means
Mm-hmm.
that you're not. anxious and you're not anxious wanting to talk about this, because we all have that fear, because we're human. Because if we don't have that, we're not human anymore. and
Uh-oh.
and so another one I think that he told me, which is, I think it's very, very down to earth. He said that
Mm-hmm.
you have that fear is mean that you are um, open to making mistake, or open to other
Mm-hmm.
people making mistake.
Right.
So in other words, you're not judging them at all.
Mm-hmm.
So because
Right.
of that, I kept that in mind, that okay, we made
Mm-hmm.
mistake. It's okay. You know,
I
sometimes we
know.
made a mistake, nobody knows
That's
except
true.
you. You're the only one that know, because you're the
Oh, I
most
know.
critical of yourself.
Yep. I get
So
it.
yes, so that's what I think. Sometimes we just have to be very open to ourselves. That is
Mm-hmm.
okay. It's
Yeah.
okay for us to do this.
Well, you know what, Angeline, we're near the end of our segment, and it went by really fast, you know. Um,
Oh, thank you.
anyway,
Yes,
show the audience your this is from your website, and how people can get a hold of you is through your website, and you're
yes,
offering a complimentary session. So please contact Angeline Benjamin to help you to get to your next level in your business and success of whatever you're looking for, to do
yes.
in your life. Whether you're a little plant.
Oh, okay. Yes, and if you prefer also, beside going to my website, Susan, if you can just provide the email too, and I do check my email, and because in the website you can send a
Mm,
message there too, but just
yeah.
email me directly, and and also I answer phone. So in other words, I know with so many things with
Mhm.
with the scam, what I do is
Right.
that I will always, if you leave a message, I will always answer, reply to
Mhm.
your message, because to me, because I want to know what people wants to know about me, or what. So I always encourage people, if you would like somebody to call you back, please leave a message.
Yes, leave a message.
If
And they
leave
can
a
do that right on the website. There's a click to call or arrange a consultation.
Yes, yeah,
Yeah.
and I do. I Just because I don't answer doesn't mean
Mhm.
I am not interested to talk to you.
She's
And
busy.
so just leave a message. I will call you back.
I'm like, she's busy. That's why she's
No,
not
it's
answering the
not
call
only
right now.
that. It's not only that.
Yeah,
Sometimes,
I know.
and I'm just going to be very open in here.
Hmm.
Um, there's just so many people that I trying to scam you, and
Oh, yeah,
my best
definitely.
friend, my sister,
Hmm.
were scammed. And so
That's
if
terrible.
it's something, the phone is not legitimate, that I'm not sure. But I know one thing, that if people leave a message, and if they're
Hmm.
genuine leaving the message, it's mean I want to talk to them.
That's
And
good.
so that is what I learned through my life, that if people will take the time to leave a message for me,
Hmm.
I felt I have to take the time to answer the call,
Right.
to
What
return
if
the call.
they're afraid of speaking?
All I have to do, just say my
Send her
name,
an email.
so and so. And because believe it or not, this is I learned from one of my client, who is
Uh-huh.
very, very difficult. I mean,
Oh.
very difficult to talk.
Uh-huh.
This is what she said. It's easier for me to leave a
Mhm.
message rather than talking to you directly,
Uh-huh.
because I really don't know what you're gonna say. But if she leaves a message, she said there is no response. So she
Mm,
actually left a message that this is why she called, and then she told
right.
me that blah blah. And then when
Mhm.
I call her back, she at least felt that I already know that she's not comfortable talking to me.
Oh.
And
Well, in
so
due
I
time,
learned from her that she said
Mhm.
it's easier for me to leave a message when somebody cannot respond right away and says, "Why are
Yep.
you calling me?" You know, that's
Why are
kind of
you
like that.
calling me?
Because when you leave a message, nobody's going to call you, I mean, respond to you right away. So she felt,
Right.
I just leave a message and then
Mm-hmm.
hopefully this person will call me back. And so
Well,
I
I'm
learned
sure
from
you
her.
won't bite, right, Angeline? Someone
Yes,
calls you.
exactly. So that's what she
You won't
basically
bite.
said.
Just leave
Yeah,
it.
I won't buy, but some people have that
Call and
fear.
email.
And
Mm-hmm.
so I learned from her
Yep.
that she said she preferred to leave a message knowing that that person cannot respond immediately to her.
Right. That's funny. Too funny. All right. Well, Angeline, it's been a great pleasure. So thank you for your time to be
Thank you
on
for thank you for
Talk to
inviting
Susan
me.
show.
And yeah, I really appreciate that, and
Yeah.
so much for you.
Thank
And then
you.
also again, Susan, that your nonprofit that you have uh, done. And this is
Uh-huh.
the one that I just want people to know. You know, her nonprofit is the American Society of Community Benefits,
Yep.
which I'm involved in that in nonprofit. I
Yes.
think we are just all about sharing, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And she's going to have the Giving Tuesday. When is that, Susan? The Giving Tuesday?
On November 28th this year, 2023. So we're
Yeah,
doing a radio show that day, and
yeah. So
whoever
that is
can call
something
in,
that we're
call.
excited to have, right? The
Yes.
Giving
Uh-huh.
Tuesday, and this is something that I hope all of you understand. This Giving Tuesday is all over the United States,
It
right?
is. Yep. Oh, all
Organization
over the world, actually.
all over the
And
world. Wow, all over the
mhm.
world. So
Yep.
this is something that Susan, just one of these
Mhm.
person that doing the Giving Tuesday, but they are all over the world. So to
Mhm.
me, that is something. It's a great organization that
Mhm.
for people to donate,
Right.
because it is. Sometimes people wonder whether this is a legitimate organization or not. It is,
I know.
because it is all over the world, and then
Mhm.
we want people. We're helping people,
Right. And
and
our nonprofit is a community leader.
yeah,
So when people go to the Giving Tuesday map, they'll see that our campaign is on that map. Not everyone can have that designation.
hmm,
We have it because our nonprofit has opted to help other nonprofits in the area and to give like other nonprofits visibility through our campaign. And that's why we are a community leader.
yeah,
So Angeline has done a wonderful job. She's as part of the leadership of the nonprofit. She's the one of the first ones to step in and say, "I would do it." So I'm so grateful, extremely grateful for Angeline for all the support that she's given us. And
and yeah. And one thing I want to tell people: you don't have to be in the same location as where her corporate is,
mhm.
because we're now in technology, right? World,
We
right?
could be anywhere. Yeah, I
Right.
know.
You can be anywhere to help.
Yep.
So it doesn't matter where you are. You can help anywhere in the world to connect. And so
Sorry,
that's,
my allergies acting up.
yeah.
So thank
Anyway,
you,
thank you,
Angeline.
Susan. And
Thank you,
thank you
Dr.
for,
Angeline Benjamin.
yeah, thank you.
It's been a great pleasure speaking with you today. I'm so glad you're on the show. And for everyone who's been watching, this is Susan Vanderberg speaking with Dr. Angeline Benjamin. She's an action coach who has done great things for business owners. And not just that, but she's a humanitarian, giving back to the community whenever she can. So please check out her website. And, when considering a coach, please consider hiring Angeline. All right. So hopefully you all enjoyed the interview that we had this afternoon.
Thank you.
For people who are interested in becoming on the show, please contact us for consideration. And this has been a great pleasure. Thank you,
Thank you
and
so much. Have a nice afternoon.
thank you. And
Thank
this
you.
is Susan Vanderberg signing off. Thank you so much. Oh, I forgot to say, check out our sponsors at the end of the show. They have their links showing up. Thank you. Signing off.